Now. Oh. Yeah, those are... I have to sit down. Okay. Alright. Right. Nope. No. Careful. Careful. Ah, there we go. Okay. And then. Okay, I do that. I can see chat. I can see the game. And I'm not staring off into space. So far, so good. Excuse me. You're supposed to be using the headphones. Oh, no. Don't do that to me. Hold on. What the hell is this? Doggone it, Windows 10. Why can't you be just like their previous Windows? Don't give me weird shit. No, hush you. Maybe if I just unplug it and plug it in, maybe it'll just detect it. Come on. Oh, come on. Detect it. Detect them. It appears that this is my first puzzle. Okay, then. Okay, seriously, why the hell do the sound settings have to be completely different? Oh, look, you know you're supposed to be headphones. Choose your output device. Headphones 2, high-definition audio device. Yes, that's what I want. Do it. Input. Okay. Do that. Do that. Why isn't there just an accept and make it so button? I don't know what to do. It was working the other day, and today it doesn't want to work. Look, I'll just try resetting the game. Maybe because Windows definitely knows what it's using here. It definitely knows it's using the headphones. It knows. Please. Oh, it's night now. Ah! That was it. I just had to reset the game. Why did I have to reset the game? But hey, it worked. Okay. So, question. Do you care for your beard in any way? Yes! That was an easy question. I've experimented with different things. I've tried mustache wax. I've tried this and that. I do periodically trim it and such. Otherwise, you'll get little like, I guess the term would be split ends. I'm not 100% sure what to call it, but it gets a little bit frayed at the ends. So, you gotta trim it occasionally. Eventually, when it gets large enough, I might do... I have different ideas for things I might try to do. What I really can't wait is for it to all turn pure white. Oh, when I'm old, it's gonna be so awesome! But, for now, it is a work in progress. It just takes an interminably long time for it to grow out every little bit. Seriously, every inch is like eternity. So you can measure how many eternities old I am by how many inches my beard is. Okay. There's no such thing as too much Master of Magic. For sure. Actually, I'm thinking of switching back to doing some Civ 4 or trying Deity Empires or something. after this round. Okay. Erased from the face of Earth? You're not talking about my beard, I hope. Oh, Windows 8. Alright, so. One window shows trees. One window shows Earth. But the fact that we don't seem to be affected by gravity means we probably are in space. Should probably put on one of them space suits. Oh, hey, gum. 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 So gross.
Where am I?
Boy, he doesn't talk much.
Wait, do I know you? You're the foreman, Isaac Davner. What happened to you?
Apparently he doesn't talk.
What are those things? The gnomes. Was
The
that
whispers.
real? Yes? What is it?
Yeah, that tends to happen in space. That's why we would send monkeys. We built all of our spacecraft specifically to interact with monkey noises. He just chattered out the self-destruct sequence there. Draw paths to reconnect the loose ends. Red to red and yellow to yellow. But be careful not to let the wires cross. Fast segment can run between any two adjoining points. Oh yeah, just stick your head in whatever this is. Whatever circuitry. Oh, okay, so don't let them cross, but connect them? What? Oh, it's gonna be like that, is it? Sure, I can't just... Don't let them cross? Seems like an awful long and circuitous way of doing things, but I don't see any other way to do it. Doesn't violate any of your rules. That one was easy. Maybe they front-loaded all the really hard puzzles at the beginning. It just seems wrong to run a wire around like that, but okay. What? What? Excuse me, what?
Oh, what happened?
I found you unconscious in the woods.
We
Did
were
they speak
wiring
to you?
things.
Did who speak to me?
We were screwing with wires. What? Well, I mean, okay, bait
I'm
and
looking at a
switch.
photograph of the Brotherhood. Isaac and Mike Lobb seem to be part of this group, and they seem to be friends. Interesting.
I should totally be able to take this coat. Sit down in the chairs. Steal the antlers off of their trophies. No.
Okay, I'm gonna need some real answers now.
Real answers, as opposed to fake ones. No more fake answers.
What exactly is going on here? What's wrong with these people?
You're not going to comment
They
on the
are in
space
deep
thing?
meditation. If you open your mind and let yourself hear the whispers, there will be no mysteries in life you cannot solve. Speak to them yourself if you want solutions.
I make solutions. It's what I do.
What are these little creatures I keep seeing?
They are not creatures. They are people, older than any of us, living in what nature still exists around us.
Isaac Davner's still alive, isn't he? The lock on the factory door. He didn't build it himself. You put it there to keep him in. Or to keep people out. Why?
He has been spoken to. It is actually a great honor to have been chosen.
Chosen for what?
That is not for us to ask.
I'm gonna need a second to question these people.
Do what you must.
Oh, okay.
All we can do is open our minds. The language of the hidden ones is expressed in puzzles.
Okay. Okay. Blind Lars Jargen's mother knitted him 25 pairs of socks. 5 striped, 5 plaid, 5 spotted, 5 argyle, and 5 with owls playing fiddle. Okay, that's 5 pairs, not 5 socks. I was going to be like, wait a minute, an odd number of socks. Being a teenager, Lars failed to pair his socks and threw them randomly in his drawer. Because he's a teenager or because he's blind? How many socks must Lars pull out before he can be absolutely certain he is holding at least one matching pair? How many must you pull out before you can be certain? How many socks, not pairs of socks, how many socks? Okay, striped, plaid, spotted, argyle, owls playing the fiddle, 6. Hello from Alaska. There you go. Okay, that was a puzzle, I guess. Huh?
That's a piece of the machine locking the factory. Where did you get that?
I'm more concerned about what just happened to him. Narcolepsy strikes again.
I don't think so, Agent Tethers.
I need to get the rest of the broken pieces from the brothers to fix this.
Okay.
You see them, don't you? Listen to their words. Their riddles.
Bart knows it's time to stock the Windowatchy River with gricklebacks. Drag the 4 clutches of fish to release points, keeping in mind these rules. Schools will swim towards the river, splitting evenly at each fork. A school that can't split evenly will be paralyzed with indecision. Marsh marmots will eat all fish who enter their turf. The marmots are either in Mifpick Marsh or Abdominal Swamp, but not both places. Exactly 16 fish must safely arrive at the river. No more and no less. Aha. Splitting evenly at each fork. Mifpick or abdominal? Which one are they in? "16 fish must arrive." I don't know what our temperature is in Celsius. I'm a Fahrenheiter myself. But, actually, I'm not even sure what temperature it is outside at the moment. All I know is we've reached the time of year when you open the door, it's like being hit by a physical blow. And there's just ice fog everywhere. Ice fog is kind of a pain in the ass. Alright, 16 fish. fish. Let's see what happens. Oh, nope, that one can't go there. Okay. 3 of them get to the river here. 3 of them get to the river here. 3 of them may or may not get to the river because of Schrodinger's swamp here. Alright. 4. 4 and 4 ends up being 4 and 4. And 4. Oh, my head. I'm gonna need paper. Alright, let me see. Your language is fine. Language exists to facilitate communication. If I understand you, then you have succeeded at language. Okay. So let me see. So on the top route, we've got 4. Then this makes it 8, and then they split again. So we've got, okay. We'd end up in this configuration with 4 in the top river. 4 going into Mifpick Marsh. I'll make a little tilde sign so I know that's a Schrodinger point. Okay, excuse me. 4 of them come down this way. 3 of them come this way. That's 7 in the other tilde. And then 6 that go down here. So we're guaranteed to get 10 fish through, and either another 7 or 4 make it to the end. This is completely unacceptable. So we have to try again. Seemed to make sense to put this at the very back, because there's 2 splits. Yeah, this one has to go here, and this one has to go here, I think. I don't know. Oh, let's try it like this. 4 goes up. Let's see. In this configuration, we end up with 7 at the top? That can't be right, can it? No. 5 at the top. 5 in Schrodinger's. 6 at the other Schrodinger, and 3. Well, let's see. No, that's still not gonna work. I don't want these guys getting paralyzed with indecision. I suppose that's a thing that could happen, though. Alright, 4 and 4 plus 3. Oh, crap, no, that won't work. That makes more sense. Alright, let me see what happens this time. 4, 5, 6. No. 5. 5, 5. Okay. 2 go down. 5. 5. Interesting. Okay, in this configuration, it doesn't matter which one the Devourers are in. We have 5, 5, 5, 5. How many? Did I need 15? No, I need 16 safely through. Oh. Wait a minute. No, the bottom one is a 6. Hold on. No, wait a minute. I think this is the win. Okay, let's calculate this again. Alright, so 2 go this way. 3 go this way. That's a 5. Yes. Okay. We end up with 5 here and 5 here. Yes, doesn't matter which one the Devourers are in. We're good. 5, 10, 16. Yes, this is it. Okay, there we go. It's probably a few degrees colder than what we got right now then. Ooh, that's rough, man. I think... God, I don't remember. I think I saw a sign that I passed earlier today that was 40-something below. So if you're past 50, you're probably colder than us right now.
That's it. Only one more piece.
Whew.
Rocks, trees, animals. Do you ever just stop and watch the birds, Mr. Tethers?
No.
Quorum
I
of
tie
crows
gnomes to them.
Congregating in rows on a line meant for clothes is an omen of woes.
Bjorn has photos that show a quorum of crows on his clothesline. A dark omen. Keeping in mind that the images overlap, what's the minimum number of crows pictured? These images may overlap. What is the minimum of crows? They may overlap. What is the minimum of crows? I think the answer is 4. No. 5. 5? 5? Okay, that's definitely 2. I think it's 5. Let me go through it one more time. Okay. So at that point, we've got a minimum of 3. Minimum of 4. A minimum of 5. I think it's a minimum of 5. I'm probably mistaken somehow. This puzzle makes my head hurt. Oh, thank goodness. I went over it 3 times and came up with a 5 each time. But I'm just like, that one was,
That's all of the pieces.
What
Now
about
I
all
just
those
need
other
to
pieces?
reassemble them.
Look, the table's covered in pieces. This gear appears to be one of those assemble it yourself dealies. Can you fit the pieces together? Yes, it was intentionally made confusing. What just want me to... Well, grab him. I just stole half the gear.
Damn it. Where are you, you little thief?
They communicate in puzzles. Why don't you make some puzzles to communicate with them?
The door to the lodge is locked. It seems to be your standard locking device. A lock. Maybe a deadbolt.
Well, use a credit card, right? It always works in the movies. Yep, you're speaking of, Oh, what's his name's folly? God, my head is still full of ouch from that puzzle with the birds. Sorry. Normally I can rattle this one off. Seward's folly. Seward wasn't even a president. He was like a secretary of state. He made a ridiculous error that cost an insane amount of money with a telegram, a transatlantic telegram, and other weird stuff. Things that no normal person would know. But hey, he's the person who decided to buy the state. But actually, most people were for the purchasing of Alaska at the time. So, you know. But there were people strongly against it at the time. But yep, what was it? 2 cents an acre, 3 cents an acre, some such. Most of American land was purchased. The Louisiana Purchase was one of the big ones, or taken from the Spanish in war. That too. Okay, we've examined that before.
There's some bright. I want.
Yeah. Never mind. Arrange the logs to help Nelson collect a stolen piece of the broken gear and discover where the gnome is hiding. That's kind of pain, isn't it? At least we have lots of these. These trees aren't going to be an obstruction, are they? Uh-oh. Oh no, this won't work at all. Well, now that's a problem, isn't it? Oh, this is gonna be a pain in the ass. Trouble. Trouble. Okay, I'm thinking about this wrong. That's the final move. Oh, when I think about it like that, this starts to make sense. And then I run into trouble again. Do I though? Maybe I don't. Maybe this is perfectly acceptable. That's not though. Oh, hold on. I have to keep track of what's been taken and what hasn't. Can't get in the way of my own previous path. I don't want to get stuck in an endless circle. that makes more sense. But that still leaves these 5 pieces out. I just need to somehow collect these. It almost makes sense, but then it doesn't. Ah! Okay. So this is the perfect ending move here. It's the only one that makes sense, but then again, it doesn't. Start here. I would want to make sure I end here. God, I just don't know where to start. That's impossible. Can't be done that way. Alright. But-ump. But-ump. Crap. Who drives their snow machines like this? Bouncing off of logs. You're out of your mind. Fine. Ba-da-ba-da-bump. Ba-dump. Ba-da-bump. Fine. Ba-dum-bump. And then that becomes impossible. Okay, alright. Let's say I'm completely insane and I want to come in the middle. Clunk, clunk, clunk. No, it can't work because of this one. I can get the rest of them, but not this one. Oh, wait a sec. Yes, I could. No, I couldn't. Oh. Okay. Alright, that won't work. Not there, not there. I feel like this center square is probably the key. I just don't know how it's the key. It's this one and this one that are always the catches. If I could get these two, I would be in good shape. Alright, let's do something completely stupid. Alright. Bump, bump, bump. Boop. Got that one. Alright. Got those two. Bump. That makes it impossible. I really can't put a log here. I really can't. Alright, so let's say we want this. Bump, 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 bump. Bump. Okay. Okay. Get this one. Get those two. We get these two. We get these two. We get these two. We get this one. Alright, what are we missing? The three in the middle? If I could find a way to pick up the three in the middle, that would give me the win right there. I need these three. Somehow I need these three. Somehow I need these three. Where can I divert you? I can't put one here. We know I cannot. There's no other spots I can put one. I need these three. That's two of them. If I can get this one, I've got the solution here. How do I pick up this one? Let me double check. Okay, we go down. We go up. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, that's a problem. Okay, yeah, this is the only one that we're not crossing. I can't put anything here or here. We can't go up this way. Oh. I mean, if I just put this here, it would be good, but then there's no way to get to the end. I'll have all the gear pieces, and I'll be trapped for all of eternity. Alright, what the hell happens if I do this? Ba-doop, ba-doop, ba-doop. Wait a sec. Okay, these four. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, right? 4, 5, 6. This is gonna hurt my head. No, I can't count the same one twice. Alright, let me see. These four, right? This one, right? Okay. These two. Yeah. Okay. I think this is it. Go! Please tell me this works. Oh my gosh. If that had gone any longer, my brain would have overheated. Ah, good grief. Yeah.
Gotcha. One of those things stole the last piece I need to get into the factory.
Didn't you just
Looks
get
like
all the
it's headed
pieces?
toward the lake. Bjorn's people may try to protect it. I'm not sure. Either way, I'm getting that piece back.
Thought we just did that. Didn't we just do a... Okay, alright. I earned all the pieces. I thought I just got it back.
None of these gears fit.
Wait, where am I supposed to go? Where do you want me? I can't get back in the lodge. What? Oh, to the lake. Oh, okay. Sorry. I have to go through here, right? Okay, this is just gonna keep bothering me. Seriously, if you live in the Arctic, you know to wear layers of clothing, not leave your legs exposed like this. You don't just sit down in the middle of the woods on a stump and freeze to death. Oh my gosh, you could have a space blanket at least. I know I mentioned them last time, but I mean, come on. Like, I don't know how many of you people are familiar with these, but seriously, if you live in the Arctic, let me see. In my pocket. Let me see. This is a space blanket. Yes, this. This thing here. This thing here. This is a blanket. It's so tiny. You can put it in a pocket. You can put it in the glove compartment of your car. I've got like 4 of them here. They cost like next to nothing. They're just... reflects 90% of your heat back on your own body. There's no excuse not to have one of these. If you're going to be out in the middle of the woods in the Arctic, like, good grief, man. What's wrong with you? They're great. Of course, they also block moisture, so you know they're not the solution to all your cover problems, but they're tiny and they're cheap, and you can have a bunch. You know, you can always have them, and they have all kinds of uses. Those just happen to be in my trauma bag, because you know if people lose a lot of blood, they tend to feel cold and thirsty. So you know, you gotta watch out for these things. Anyway, but yeah, no, seriously, I just. Who are you that you sat on a stump in the middle of the woods and froze to death like this? With your legs exposed, your bare skin is exposed. It just bugs me. No, I've actually never had a call to use one of those. I have all kinds of other nice, warm, fuzzier things, like this. This is nice. Those are emergency blankets. You know, for if you get sucked out to the cold void of space or something. They're not lounging blankets. They're not sleeping in your bed blankets under normal circumstances. You have something more comfortable. But I'm just talking like... don't step in there. Don't go in there. Don't go... No, don't do it. Yeah, you deserve that. It's like he doesn't know what kind of game he's in.
You don't understand. The hidden people need Isaac. I don't know why. But you have to let him go with them!
I'm not gonna let you people keep him locked up in a factory like bait.
I'm sorry.
Uh-huh. Isaac, as in Isaac Clarke. Yeah, that's not quite how that works. You're very bad at
Gotta
ice
get outta
fishing,
here.
lady. Okay, then. The key to the skylight is inside one of these dead fish! I mean, of course it would be. Obviously! Hurry and find it! The ice fishing hut is sinking fast! Yeah, well, I mean, you know, pressure bandages and different things, sure. I mean, I guess I could try one, but... I don't know. Mostly I practice with other things, but yeah, I mean, I guess maybe I should try one? I don't know. I just know that the moment I unfold it like a map, it's never going to go back into its original shape. It's never going back in the bag. I mean, I'm sure I could find a use for one somewhere. Each fish has one other fish inside, except the one with the key. Counting swallowed fish, the whiskered redfish is the least numerous kind here. Okay. All fishes dine on the next run in the food chain, except tiny tanfish, who eats their own kind! Oh, cannibalism, is it? The key is on a line with 5 fish. Oh, okay, so this is the puzzle. I thought we were still on the rules. Oh, okay. Each fish has one fish inside, except for the one with the key. Why does it matter what the whiskered redfish think? Alright, let me see. The key is on a line with 5 fish. Alright, well... Assuming that you ate the next in the food chain. Wait. So you ate one of these, and then the one inside of you ate one of these, and the one inside of that ate one of these. Alright. Assuming that you green things are the second from the bottom, you ate one of these, and you ate one of these, and you may have eaten one of your own. Okay. That would make sense. That's a red herring, because it doesn't matter. So the key is on this line. Which one? I mean, any of these 3 could have swallowed the key. And then you'd have swallowed a tan fish, and you'd have swallowed one of your own kind, and that would still add up to 5. But what if you swallowed a tan fish, and the tan fish swallowed another tan fish, and that tan fish swallowed another tan fish? Ah! No, the red fish mean absolutely nothing, because each of the red fish has a blue fish inside of it, so of course there are more blue fish than red fish. And each of the blue fish have a green fish inside of them. So each of the red ones has a blue one inside it, that has a green one inside it, that has a tan one inside of it, so it's basically a meaningless piece of detail. I feel like I'm missing something here. Oh, wait, no. This is the key word. One other fish inside. Ah, now there's the key. Okay, one. So we're not dealing with the Russian stacking dolls of fish. Okay. Alright. So each of the red snappers has a blue inside of it. Okay, this line is impossible, but either of these lines is possible. Okay. So. Alright, blue, green, tan. Or one of you could have a key in it. Tan, tan, tan. One of you could have a key in it. If the red are the least numerous, then every one of the green must have a tan in it, right? Tan. Yes, so it has to be a blue fish. It has to be a blue fish. No, it could be this red one. It's this red fish. It's this red fish. Okay. That adds up. And that adds up. And... yes. It has to be! Oh, please be the freaking red fish! I'm certain this is the red fish! No, I'm not. Oh, man. How did I know that the key was in any of the fish? Go back to making that crazy facial expression of fear. Don't just go to being calm so fast.
What the heck happened here, Agent Tethers?
Sheriff Bob, Glory Davner tried to kill me.
He won't believe you.
Come on, Tethers. You sure that sweet little girl?
Sheriff, I swear, she is not as innocent as she looks.
Okay, I'll go find her and ask her a few questions. You stay out of trouble now.
Push him in the hole now. Save yourself future problems and just push him in the cold water.
I like my office. It's warm in my office. It's quiet in my office. There are no maniacal gnomes or chainsaw-wielding waitresses in my office.
But there is an astronaut.
I need to get back to the lodge, fix that gear, and get the hell out of here. Found some freshly caught fish.
Nope, still nothing
Looks
to
like
say about it. Okay. Honestly, these don't even look like buildings. They look like dominoes that are half submerged in the icy lake. Oh good, your snow machine hasn't been disassembled while you were gone. You know it's only a matter of time. How do I get back? Oh, now I can just walk in and everyone's gone. Where's the cult? Put this on your head. That way you'll better fit in with them next time.
Okay, let's get this gear back together.
Someone want to steal this from me again? Huh? Okay, so I had a good start last time. Right, this piece goes here. Okay. Oh, come on, that piece totally goes there. Look at it! This piece totally goes here! Fine. There. It's a little weird how it jumped, but whatever. Okay. Oh, didn't mean that to happen. I wouldn't have figured that one out as easily. Wait, this does not look like a gear. Okay, I guess. Honestly, I don't see why it's not just gonna fall apart the moment you put it back in the machine. Locksmithing? I know a locksmith. I don't think he would consider this locksmithing. There's a how for it. Okay. It's like,
I can't let you go.
What'd I tell ya? Oh, he's sweating.
You just don't come into our town and pretend you know how everything works.
You should have pushed him in the
think
lake
I'm
when you had the
starting to
chance.
Figure it out.
Why are you pulling the crossword out? Oh, right. Puzzle cult. Okay. Take the gun at least! No, I'm just gonna leave him with his firearm. Wow, okay, that's interesting.
That's not a good idea.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. You need to get more crossword puzzles, man.
Are you serious?
I called it twice in a row!
Crooked as they come. Looks like he's sabotaged my snowmobile.
Steal his snowmobile. Steal his snowmobile and leave him with the sabotaged one. Or we could do some demented mechanical work. Why is this tile yellow? Where's the start and the end? Where's the start and the end of this? I assume this arrow must be my starting point, then? What the hell am I even doing? I'm not mechanically inclined. None of this makes sense to me. What am I doing? Maybe I'll just spin tiles and it'll suddenly start making sense. I mean, that looks like that goes together like that. I guess if all the tiles just kind of go together. I mean, it kind of looks like it all makes sense now. For the most part, I guess. If I put the puzzle together now. Everything looks good, I guess. I don't know, it all looks very mechanical. Let's call it good. Huh? Otherwise, I'll have to start taking hits. And I don't want to chew chewed up gum. It's gross. Don't forget you've got a gun too.
Isaac, I'm with the FBI, Department of Puzzle Research. If you're still in there, don't worry. I'm coming in to rescue you.
Nelson's 3 gears seem to come apart. Looks like the pieces can be arranged into one giant gear. You get in the gear to solve this puzzle? What? Why would that happen? Why is that a thing? Oh my gosh, why though? Why did I assemble the gear the first time then? We're just gonna take it back apart. Oh my gosh. How does this make sense? On what planet does this make sense? Tethers, why did you think this was a good idea to take the gears apart like this? Ah, no, don't take that. Oh my gosh. Right here, look. I just need to. Here. You. Yeah. There. Yeah. Okay, sure. Whatever, man. Just. No. Stop grabbing the wrong thing. Okay. Alright. Okay. 4 demented pieces together now. Yeah, like that. Yeah. Okay. No, wait, you. Okay. Does not quite feel like it fits properly on the outline, but okay. Alright, now we have to assemble the inner workings of this. Hold up. Or it could snap in over there for some reason. Okay, fine. That's not quite how I pictured that in my head, but okay. Okay, this is really not making sense anymore. What is this mess? What is this mess? Are you kidding? There is no way that this is how this is supposed to go together. There is no possible way that this makes sense. What is this? That's not a thing. That's not a thing. I'm gonna have to have words with my locksmith buddy. A perfect fit! Is it now? Is it? It's like a kindergartner playing with construction paper. Oh no, this isn't it. Video game logic is not this. This is something altogether alien.
That was a tricky one.
This ain't human logic. This ain't space gnome logic. Oh, it makes the boards fall off. Of course it would. Oh yeah, that's how locks work. I stick keys in locks and the whole door falls apart. That's normal. Oh, bear traps.
Isaac?
The Binding of Isaac.
Stay there. I'm coming to get you.
I don't think you want to be in here, man. There's barbed wire everywhere. I noticed a little bit around the pole, but holy shit, man.
Blocked.
If the circumference of the Earth is 4 times that of the moon.
I swear I'm not going to hurt you. I just need to clear this path and we can get out of here.
Nathan's path is blocked by a giant Scoggins eraser. Cut the support to drop the obstacle, but don't drop Nelson by mistake. What are we doing here? We're just tracing a line? Oh, this is like a puzzle from a newspaper. From back when newspapers were a thing. Okay. There you go. Just
Stay away.
we told you to stay away. There's a furnace.
Go back. Rotate the tiles. If X is blind, please.
You can totally climb over that crap. Wait, you want the furnace to blast things? That doesn't sound like a good idea. You're supposed to walk past that thing. Oh. What? What? What am I... What do you... Don't let them overlap? Some of these things aren't even particularly flammable. Oh, you want me to wedge all these things inside? Okay, this is the furnace. I see it now. Oh, okay. I guess. Don't let them overlap? Why not? It's a furnace. Ugh. This large thing is the first problem. No, stop grabbing that. Stop grabbing the saw when I want to grab the other saw. Stop it. Stop grabbing that. Oh my gosh, it's grabbing all the wrong things. Stop being a pain in the ass. I want to grab the stool, and you keep grabbing the thing in the back. Oh my gosh. This is not a puzzle. This is a user interface problem. Stop. Stop. Why is clicking here grabbing that? I'm clearly not touching it. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the distance between my cursor and that thing. I was like, I want to grab the hand truck. I want to... Thank you. And I have to precisely stack these things now. Somehow. Alright. Stop grabbing that! Alright. Fine! Alright. Now. I just need to see all the parts. Obviously, this thing has to be last, because every time I come within a quarter mile of it, it instantly decides it's what's being touched. Do I have to... Can I go outside the frame? I probably can't go outside the frame. Oh, okay, they do want to snap together. Okay. Well, if they're gonna snap together for me... Stop it! Stop grabbing the saw! Oh my gosh, the interface is gonna drive me insane. Alright. I really feel like this arm should connect somewhere to this. Alright. Look, game, I have no idea what you want to attach to what, okay? I have literally no idea. Okay, the saw definitely connects to this guy. Huh? Why are those conjoined? How does that make sense? No, the saw. I kind of pictured it being closer to his hair. I mean, I kind of saw the toothy hair and the toothy saw and thought those go together, but no, there's a huge gap. Why? Why is there a huge gap? What is this? What would connect? What would connect? I've got more teeth here, so I guess this? Okay. What would illogically connect to this? I guess the box? No, that doesn't make sense. Not that anything makes sense. Something that goes to this curve. What fits in this curve? Really should be that, right? The fan? Okay, the fan. What? Why that? Why does that connect there? I don't know. Whatever. Let's just take it and not argue. Not look a gift horse in the mouth. And stop grabbing him! Whatever. Look, game, you're just being weird. Stop grabbing. Oh my gosh. The interface is literally driving me mad. I'm continuously grabbing what I don't want. Not you. The vacuum. Okay. Really? But these are appliances. The appliance goes with the appliances, right? No? Is that not how the logic is? Whoa! Oh shit! Oh, his nose! Of course, his nose! Oh yeah, okay. I mean, I guess. Alright. What fits into the S now? Kinda with the hose? No, not with the... What? Oh, okay, fine, whatever. Maybe this? Okay, good. Okay, yes, that's... Stop grabbing the mass. Oh. Oh no, quick. There, whatever, take it. Just take it. Take it. Yeah. Just randomly snaps pieces at times. I mean, there was a kind of logic to it going on, but most of those things don't belong in furnace, ever.
No!
Everything about that was stupid. Ow. I'm getting a lot of gum.
Almost there.
If Nelson could just maneuver the 3 hydraulic lifts into place, he could reach the office door. Drag the arrows to create a command sequence, but beware of bear traps! Drag and drop arrows in the monitor to construct a command line. Each arrow moves all lifts at once. Commands execute in order from left to right, in rows from top to bottom. A lift will be stopped by a wall or other barrier. Lift will stop moving when it reaches its goal. Don't let any lift encounter a bear trap, or it will be destroyed. Oh. So if I push up, all the lifts will go up. Top to bottom, left to right. Up, 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 up. Over, over. Oh, does this block their movement? Is this a barrier? Is this a barrier? This is kind of important information, you know. Up, up. Are all three? Yes. So if I go. I understand. Well, that doesn't help me any.
Oh no!
Now they want me to go this way. Maybe they've decided I'm their new champion since I'm better at puzzle solving. Ah. Okay. Did I just see him wiggling? Okay, I think this is a barrier. But that's a problem. Oh, dear. Alright. Okay, two of them would now be in place. Do they continue moving when they're in place? Okay. So I've covered that one and I've got one sitting here. That one needs to come back. This better be a barrier here. Up, up. I don't even care. It can just have endless ups. Alright, let's see. Up, up, over. Up, up, over, up. Good, good. Clink, clink. 1 and 2 in place. 3 is now over here. I think this is it. I hope this is a barrier. Oh, good, that's a barrier. Okay. Yeah. Up, up, up. Made place, even though there were no left to move. Boy, this has been one expensive mission. Okay.
That's it. Let's get out of here.
Oh, hey, there is a person there. Don't close your eyes and shoot randomly into a room with the person you're trying to rescue. You need a bigger gun. Huh. They couldn't get at him while he was locked in that place. That's why they helped you.
Well done, Agent.
Tethers.
Heck of a job. You got that factory back open, and the president is pleased as punch.
Really?
Well, he was never actually aware of the West Wing's eraser shortage. But rest assured, I'm sure he's happy to have not had to strike anything through.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Now back to work.
Sir, about the factory foreman, Isaac Davner.
Doesn't concern us, Tethers. Any missing persons can be handled by local law enforcement.
But...
You did your job. That'll be all.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Tethers. What's a 9-letter word for baffling?
Recondite, sir.
Ha! Thanks a million, Tethers. No wonder you're our star puzzle agent.
Thank you, sir.
Is there a way to get a better ending? Wow. Grickle? Series of books? Wait, there's a series of books? I mean, it is Telltale Games, but... Is there a better ending? They spat my bullets out, and what was with the space thing? I mean, the game started with an astronaut, and then they put me in space for a second. Did I miss a puzzle somewhere? Did I miss the puzzle where I upgrade my gun so that it can shoot gnomes? Why did they want him? Wow. You're just gonna leave us without giving us any of the answers! What? You can't end like this. I'm waiting for it. The credits are gonna cut out, a gnome is gonna run off with half the credits, and then the game is just gonna keep going any second now. Or it could not and just leave me here looking like a crazy man. No, I'll just have to find the former employees. They're out there somewhere. Yeah, no, Telltale is dead. Normally, in a case where a gaming company goes out of business, I can expect somebody to buy up the properties and keep stuff going. But in the case of Telltale, I mean, they're dead. Litigation dead. It's a mess. But there is a Puzzle Agent 2. There is a sequel. Maybe after XCOM we'll have to give it a try. Although I have a crap ton of games I need to try. But we need answers. We must have answers. You're not even gonna give me like an endgame score? Come on now. Well, I mean, the game, there's been a handful of companies that went out of business that were true. See, to me, the biggest loss was Microprose. Man, they invented Civ. They invented the tycoon genre. They made XCOM. They made Darklands. They even made a really good Magic the Gathering game I haven't tried, but I've heard it's amazing. They just... they were the biggest loss. Telltale, it's kind of sad. Their story's at least a little bit different, because their story doesn't involve being bought by EA like so many others. Nelson Tethers, puzzle free play. What? Oh joy, I can redo puzzles to get better solutions on them. There's probably more puzzles somewhere. Well, anyway, $2.5 million. Oh, okay. Yeah. If I understand it right, what became of Telltale was actually a story I've heard over and over again in other businesses. I like YouTube channels like Company Man, but I swear there's this thing that repeats over and over again. So we'll just go over Telltale as I understand it. So they had 2 puzzles are closed? Closed? I don't see any that are closed. I just see 2 that are filed under cut your losses for some reason. I don't know why. Anyway, so they had a big hit with The Walking Dead. And it was huge. And so all these investors gave them all of this money, expecting them to have more big hits. Now, the thing is, when you have investors, when you have stock, when you have anything where people are giving you money, they're not giving you money because they're nice people. They're giving you money because they expect to get more money back. So now you have to sell games that make even more money than the previous games so that they can see that they're going to get returns on their investments. So now Telltale had to have another big hit. Well, you see, Telltale never had another big hit. So they tried making lots and lots of games since they couldn't seem to produce another, not a hit as big as The Walking Dead at least. And eventually, they were having, I guess, bugs and problems where their games were too similar and they were flooding. They were a niche company. They were never going to be a mainstream major player. They were always going to be a niche company, but they owned that niche. They owned it. If they had stayed small, they'd be with us forever. Just forever. But no, they took all the money and then they had to make it turn into more money, and they couldn't. They couldn't expand and grow bigger. And eventually one day the investors called and said, you're not making more money, so we're just going to take it all back. Oh no, you took it all back, but we spent some of it. Oh shit. Oh. Okay, well, we'll just have to tell all of them, our employees, that we're going out of business. Oh, you can't do that! You're in California! Oh, California law comes into play! You can't go out of business. You can't just tell people that they're fired. You have to keep paying them for a certain amount of time and terminate them at certain big, complicated snarl of laws. And now the lawyers are involved. And that's when they're not coming back. Litigation. Once the lawyers come in, oh, you're in a giant snarl. Anybody who wants to buy the property and buy it has to deal with this snarl. So, sooner or later, this will all resolve. In some future date, these properties may become available again and sold off in some form, but Telltale is very dead. as a company. It's very dead. Because yeah, once you get the litigation involved, it's a nightmare. But hey, I've only played a couple Telltale games. This is only my second one. A Tales from the Borderlands, I actually only played it part way, but it was awesome. But yeah. Anyway, I'm sure if you find somebody who can tell you the whole deep story of Telltale, it'll be more complicated. I'm giving you kind of the abbreviated, off-the-cuff, as I understand it. But this is a thing I see so many companies make this same mistake, and it's ridiculous to me. We're going to take a whole bunch of money, and then we're going to open a whole bunch of stores or whatever it is, and then, haha, we have 10,000 stores open or whatever it is. You know, a lot of companies do this, and now they have all this debt. And if you're not a wild success, you have to pay debt back, and it comes in so many different forms. But anything that puts you in a position where you have to make more money every year, that's gonna come to an end. Don't do that. Don't go that path. That's the position EA put themselves in. You might be wondering, why is EA so terrible? Why does EA do all these things everyone hates for more money? Because the day they stop making money, the day they stop making more money, the whole house of cards collapses, and suddenly they're all bankrupt. And the whole company can just collapse. Like, literally, it's in a position it can collapse. Oh, but they're fine. They have their loot boxes. Oh, wait. All the countries in the world are looking at loot boxes and passing new laws. Can you be compliant with laws in 100 different nations that are all making laws about this thing? Probably not. That model is probably dead now. You went too far. Why? Why did you have to get into this position? I mean, I'll hand it to EA. All the other gaming companies from their era went out of business completely. Most of them EA turned around and bought later. So, I mean, maybe I shouldn't criticize them too much. Apparently they knew what they were doing to survive, but now look at this position they're in. It's not a good position to be in. Honestly, if I could be... if the position I would want to be if I were producing art, like video games, is ridiculously idealistic, but I would want to be in a position where I could have a project fail. And it would be fine, and we can keep going and try again. You know, you produce a couple of games, and they're not all hits, and you're still okay. That would be the position I'd want to be in. I wouldn't want to have to bet the entire future of the company on every single product that comes out, nor would I want to try a subscription model filled with loot boxes and all the other things that they do nowadays. You know, I don't know. I think they've kind of made a mess of things. I think they've kind of made a mess of things in the AAA industry, like, because they've had so much money, they've been able to have production values that are insane. And they've been able to produce games that just have so much graphics. How do you compete with that? My answer is don't compete with that. Don't try to make the fanciest, shiniest, most expensive to produce game. Just don't do it. Let the AAA companies destroy themselves and let them slash and burn the entire industry around them, and stay small. You know, if you have something good, stay small. If one of the big companies comes along and wants to buy your property, sell them your property. Don't sell them your company. Don't sell them yourself. Don't sell yourself to them. Be like, oh yeah, sure, you want this game? Here you go, you can buy this game. I'm gonna go make another game, and now I have all this money that you gave me that I'm going to use as padding so I can make what I want. You're not buying me, you're not buying my employees, you're buying this. It's yours now. That's how you sell a property. Don't sign anything that forces you to spend years churning out shovelware for them. But anyway, that's my idealistic nonsense rant. Feel free to disagree with me and tell me that that's not how reality works. I won't mind. Anyway. Yeah, quality. I mean, it's not to say quantity is necessarily a bad thing. Quantity has a quality all its own. But don't spend... But my thing is, don't spend more than you can afford to lose if a project goes sour. You know? Yeah, and don't take investors. If you can help it, just don't go into debt. Just don't go into debt. You ever play the old SimCity 2000? I don't know about the later SimCities. I grew up on 2000. I learned a lesson as a kid. If I take bonds, I lose the game because I'm a small child and am not very good at playing the game. But you know what happens if I don't take bonds? I build my city slower, but I have a positive income and my city doesn't go under, and, well, I can keep building, and eventually I can fill up every inch of the city and everything is just awesome. But if I take bonds, I'll lose the game every time. That was what very, very young little Hadriex learned from SimCity 2000. Don't go into debt, because you have to pay that back, and a lot more, and it hurts. Oh, yeah. If you run out of money, excuse me, and you have to release a bug-ridden wreck, oh, geez, licensed games. That's what killed Troika. Troika. I love the stuff they produced, but they didn't produce very much because frickin' White Wolf Games, I think they're called, the company that makes Vampire the Masquerade, completely screwed them over and destroyed them by forcing them to release the game before it was finished, and then blaming them for a practically unplayable train wreck that the fans had to mod and put back together. Avoid chaining yourself to somebody. If somebody that's not you can destroy you, you've made a mistake. If your company, don't ever put yourself in a situation where somebody else can ruin you with their incompetence. Just I'm sure in the world of contracts and lawyers it's probably completely unavoidable, but avoid it. If it's humanly possible, write the contract. And something that I've heard, okay, I've never had a way to test this, I'm not a lawyer, but I am given to understand, if you are handed a contract, you can take a pen and strike out parts of the contract and write things into it before you sign it, so long as everyone agrees. You don't have to just sign the piece of paper as it's handed to you. Changes, it can be negotiated. All contracts are theoretically negotiable. It's not set in stone until somebody has signed the damn thing. So don't ever sign something that gives somebody else the power to ruin you. It's not smart. Anyway. Well, yeah. Anyway, yeah. give it to your friendly lawyer, and he will strike out anything he deems wrong. Yeah, and there's different kinds of lawyers. There's different kinds of IP lawyers. IP is intellectual property. There are different kinds of them, and they're not the same. Like, the kind of IP lawyer that works with novels will completely shit himself if you hand him a contract that's standard fare for, like, movies in Hollywood, because it's full of things that he would never ever agree to, that all Hollywood things agree to. Whereas the Hollywood IP lawyer would completely freak out at things that are considered standard in a, song, in music industry, or in, See, you basically, you have to have an IP lawyer. You have to hire the correct IP lawyer for the field you're in. So I'm 100% certain there are video game IP lawyers. I haven't ever heard of one, but they must exist, and presumably they're probably all owned by EA and Activision. But, Yes, tomorrow should finally be XCOM 2. I'm looking forward to it. I am going to now get some rest, because I have to go to work early again tomorrow, and I'm still not feeling 100%. There's a rough day. But, hey, I finished Puzzle Agent, at least. I'm still not satisfied with that ending. It was cool, but what the hell? I need a resolution. I need something. I'll have to play Puzzle Agent 2. I'll have to now. Anyway, until next time and every time, this is Hadriex signing off. Bye. No, I haven't taken a sick day in I don't know when the last time I took a sick day was. I'm pretty good about not taking sick days from my actual job. The one that gives me actual money. I'm pretty good about not taking sick days, but anyway, if I get some sleep, I'll hopefully feel better tomorrow. Bye.